What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for taking the time to click on the thumbnail, and I hope you enjoy your stay. So without delay, let's get to it. I'm happy to say Gaming Addiction is proud to present its very first top 10 list. So we've had a few years of Microsoft spoon feeding us Xbox 360 and original Xbox games through Backward Compatibility feature. It's honestly been a great feature, and many of my favorite games did hit that list. But with Xbox announcing its final 31 games at E3, looking back at my collection, I'm saddened to say that some of those favorites didn't hit the list. So let's take a look. Number 10. So Medal of Honor Warfighter, here's a game that wasn't well received by critics, and it even quickly fell off the map from gamers as well. But there was something about the single player campaign that I thoroughly enjoyed. It was a variation of gameplay, not just constant gunfights, but you had car chases, boat escapes, breaching through doors. All around, it would have been great to have this on my Xbox One for sure. Number 9. So here we have Dirt 2, which is arguably the best in the series. I feel like Codemasters really hit a peak with this title, in that they had a great balance of simulation and arcade. They had the best campaign progression to where you actually felt like you were a part of the culture. Not mention the replay feature, and the crashes never got old. And all around, I put hours and hours into this game, and I wish I could do the same on the Xbox One. Number 8. A long lost game title, Remember Me. This game had a very mixed to average reviews when it first came out, and honestly, it fizzled away quicker than it showed up. However, there was something intriguing about this game. The story, the combat, the platforming. I really enjoyed exploring and upgrading my skills. I guess I'll just go ahead and keep my 360 plugged in so that I can go back to experience this game, because it just came on the cusp when Xbox One came along, and you know, like I said, it fell through the cracks, and it's a shame because it really handles and plays like a great game. I never had any issues, and I played through it a couple times, so it was a great game, and that's why I made this list. Number 7. Alpha Protocol, to date, was the absolute best stealth espionage RPG game ever made. In my opinion, it definitely is fair to say that this game falls under the category of it's so bad, it's so good collection. There were so many things wrong with this game, but for some reason I just completely ignored all of them because I was lost in the cause and effect of my conversations and what routes I went, upgrading my skill sets, and finding different ways to tackle missions. I mean, this game really was a gem, and like I said, it had frame rate issues. There was, lip syncing issues. There were so many things wrong, but yet I felt compelled to just keep replaying the game and exploring, different characters and what type of relationships you could build with those characters, and getting different paths in different places. Everything about it, I thoroughly enjoyed. So it's another game that I'm happy to put on this list, and wish it was on the Xbox One. Number 6. Oh man, X-Men Origins Wolverine. It was one of the few movie game adaptations that was actually good. But they sure got this one right. I mean, it honestly was better than the movie. We all know that. And it's a shame there never was a sequel. Hugh Jackman was kind enough to lend his voice and his appearance, and it just never got old hacking and slashing my way through all the missions and throughout the game. The gameplay and combat handled great, and it would have handled great on the Xbox One. I don't know why it never made it, but that's why this game did hit the list, because I spent hours upon hours playing as Wolverine, and it never got old. Number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of all Need for Speed games, Most Wanted. Talk about fond memories. It really would have been sweet to play this on the Xbox One for sure. I tell you, not many Need for Speed games that recently came out even come close to the greatness of this game. Long, drawn-out pursuits, speed breakers, crashing through roadblocks. Hours upon hours. I remember me and my buddies would get together and see who could, have the longest pursuit chase on the highway. They don't make them like this anymore. And the same thing, I got to put on the 360 just so I can experience it again. But, yeah, that's why I made this list. Number 4.
I've seen plenty of bad things in this city. Nothing like this, though.
A decapitated body was found earlier today at the museum.
Condemned to Bloodshot. This sure was a great first-person experience game. I know it wasn't as creepy as the first one, but it was still all around a great game. It wasn't as eerie, it wasn't as stressful as the first game, but this game I really felt immersed with the story and the gameplay mechanics and atmosphere. It was just all on point. It's funny that the first game would make the list on the Xbox One backward compatibility, but not the sequel. I remember even Monolith, they put out a tweet a couple months back that said, was asking people to request to have the game put on the backward compatible, and then that never happened. So we got the first one on the Xbox One, but we have to go back to 360 just to experience this detective horror game, Number 3. Bloodstone, Bloodstone, Bloodstone. Yes, another movie game tie-in, but let's see here. What was great about this game was it was a standalone story for 007. Again, Daniel Craig lended his voice and likeliness, and it really embraced the 007 universe. It had shooting, it had takedowns similar to that of Splinter Cell Conviction, cinematic and chaotic moments. Stealth, car chases, and more. It was everything you could want from the 007 experience. And I remember, I think I played this game at least 5 to 10 times. I don't know, somewhere in the mix there. But even now, I can go back and play this game, and because it just plays out like a movie, it's that much more fun. And I'll tell you what, never got old on this game is the takedowns. Number 2.
But most just flail around in the blackness, searching for their destiny. The darkness, for me, is where I shine.
Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena. You know, this is my third movie tie-in game on this list, but I can't help it. These ones, they all turned out great. And what was really great about this game was, it had its own standalone story that built on, Riddick's universe. This game in particular, it had the remaster of Butcher Bay and Assault on Dark Athena. So it was really great having both of those tie in together. I mean, it was well worth the money. To date, it's still one of my favorite first-person gaming experiences. I mean, Vin Diesel's voice would just shake my walls, literally shake my walls and shake my chest, whenever he would talk. And, they just found that perfect balance of stealth and action. And, for this game being so old, not many first-person games can come close to the takedown moves and the counter moves that this game had. Everything was just so on point, and Vin Diesel always said there was going to be a third game, and then we got that crappy mobile game. I don't know if we ever will get another one, but if you want to experience the greatness of this, we got to go back to the 360. Number 1.